Hey guys, welcome back. It's Neon. I'm here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to beat up on Disney some more today.
Wow. Yeah.
Not exactly. Well,
I don't know. Maybe.
We're going to speculate. We talked about, earlier in the week, we talked about Disney discounting their tickets. And we'll talk a little more about that. But we're also going to talk about something new they just dropped today. Another discount. This is like Disney's fire sale.
Yeah.
I swear, they're dropping discounts. They're very, very popular. Well, it used to be very popular. Halloween party.
I recommend, actually, people, if you get to go to one party, after hours party at Disney that you pay for, definitely do the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party. It's like my favorite one.
Yeah, so Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party, they dropped an offer today that you basically can get a seasonal pass. You can go as many times as you want to for one price.
Yeah, except for Halloween.
Except for Halloween, but you can go. I mean, it's already started. They just started it like today. I think
yeah, and the price isn't that much. And if you already bought your ticket, you could upgrade to the unlimited pass one. And the tickets regularly run between $80 to like $100 and something anyway for one night. Now for $299, you can go as many times as you want, other than Halloween.
That is, I think, desperation, and we're going to talk about that in this episode of Clownfish TV. A very special episode of Clownfish TV.
Why is it very special?
I don't know. It's Halloween. It's a Halloween special. There
but, you know, hey, by the way, check out my blog at piratesandprincesses.net.
That is Geeky's very honest Disney blog. We'll put a link to that in the description. If you have not subscribed to the channel yet, please subscribe to the channel. We talk about pop culture news. We have views. We have occasional rants.
Talk about Disney because we do a lot of Disney work. So
we do talk about Disney, and they own everything.
So you can't avoid it.
You cannot avoid talking about pop culture without talking about Disney. So we just hit 50,000 subs. Thank you so much for that. We're hoping for 100,000 by the end of the year. Don't know if it's possible.
I still don't think it is, but you keep saying
we're gonna try.
Well, those lofty goals are positive, so I'm gonna encourage it. I'm gonna encourage it.
Okay, so yeah, this surprised me. It just hit this morning. Again, Disney, when they panic,
they panic hard.
When they panic hard.
And it's a good deal for consumers.
It's a good deal for consumers, but you know, look, we have talked at length about how Disney's attendance is down this year. The park's attendance is down like 3%. Their bookings are down because usually December holiday time they're full, and they're not. They've got Galaxy's Edge coming, and they're not full. People don't care. And this is Disney World. Now, Galaxy's Edge opened with a thud in Disneyland, but in Disney World, it has not opened yet. It opens in a couple of weeks, and people just are not that excited about it.
Well, we have the special ticket deal, which starts at noon, which they're going to bring up some points, which is actually are very valid points, that they're on that deal. And then they're doing this big thing for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party. And during this time, they have like the Epcot's International Food and Wine Festival. They're going to have the festival holidays. They're going to be doing the Run Disney event, the big wine and dine.
Yeah.
All this big stuff, the stuff that usually keeps everybody booked solid, is all happening during these deals.
Usually fall through now early fall is not busy, but usually
it is anymore.
Yeah, well, it's always busy now. Like February never used to be busy, and it's busy. But it used to be that Food and Wine Festival through the holidays was always pretty busy. I mean, you had some late weeks in December. This is a fire sale. This is a freaking fire sale. This is what this is. I mean, this is not normal. People don't understand, like, Disney having a couple of discounts here and there throughout the year is normal. Disney having 3 free dining promotions, slashing ticket prices, and then dropping an all-you-can-eat buffet of the Halloween party is really weird.
Well, I'm worried about a couple things here. One, their attendance is only down 3%. That is not a lot, and that's for both parks. So, by doing this, how much more busy is it going to be? Because it's already really busy down there at Disney World, especially, that you can't walk sometimes, and 3% is not a big drop.
Well, okay, that is last quarter. I think what they're looking at is going into the last quarter of the year. If the bookings are down significantly, we might be looking at another scenario in Walt Disney World like we had in Disneyland, where Galaxy's Edge actually chased people away. They might be panicking about this quarter because they might be like, oh my God, nobody's coming.
Then my next thing I was wondering about, the Halloween parties. Here's the one thing about the Halloween party, any of the after hours parties. They're one of the things that they advertise it as is that there's going to be lower crowds than a normal day at these parties because it's a special ticket event, so there's a limited number of people because they have to keep tabs on how many people are in that limited number of tickets. But if they're selling these big passes for the whole time, how are they going to keep the limits for each night down to acceptable level that it's not actually worse than during the day? Because that's one of their selling points. That's why people are paying to go to these things. If they're giving out this big pass that people can just come whenever they want, how do they know what the numbers are for that night to make sure it stays under a 7 is what they're supposed to do?
I don't know, because the last time we went to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, it was just as busy as a normal day in the Magic Kingdom.
Right.
There was no difference. Now, when we went years ago, when we first started going to Disney World, and I want to say the first time we took the kids was, 2011, I think we took them to Not So Scary Halloween Party. There was a noticeable difference in the amount of people there. Mm-hmm. There really isn't now at the event. Same with Christmas. We went for the Christmas event.
Oh my gosh. We were getting shoved.
Oh,
we waited in line for a spot, and people still pushed in front and pushed around us. But I'm just wondering now, because they usually keep tabs on how many tickets are sold. That's why they have it sells out after a certain point, so that makes sure they do not pass that crowd level being too high. But if they're offering this, where there's no control over when people come in that night, I'm just wondering, are they going to cut back on how many tickets they sell normally, or how are they going to control that? Because otherwise, they might possibly hit a 9, and what the hell? Because people paid extra money for this.
Yeah, I think I read in one of the articles on here, they said that there were a limited number of party passes. You know what, though? This sounds to me, again, this sounds like a panic move. There was no indication they were going to do this. Now, Universal does one. Mm-hmm. So they're probably doing it in reaction to Universal, because I'm going to be completely honest. You like Not So Scary Halloween Party. Mm-hmm. I like Halloween Horror Nights.
Well, Halloween Horror Nights, you need to go multiple nights.
Yeah, you do.
I mean, Not So Scary Halloween, you might have to go a couple times because, you're going to have to pick. You want to do the rides or do the special activities. You don't really have time to do both. But holy crap, could you imagine how many $100 in candy you're going to get if you have an unlimited pass to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party?
Hopefully at least $300 worth, because that's what the
you
pass
might, though, because they give you a crap ton of candy.
A crap ton. We can swear on this one.
But Halloween Horror Nights, you really do need multiple nights to go to that event.
Yeah, we'll talk more about Halloween Horror Nights. And actually, I want to talk just more about Universal in general, about how they're upping their game and Disney is going to have to drop their prices. They have to drop their prices. They're driving people away, and Star Wars isn't bringing them in.
We're excited about Universal, so hey, Universal, call us.
Call us. Yeah, they got Ghostbusters this year.
Yeah, give us a call.
So that's pretty cool. Okay, so Disney World, we talked the other day about how they just suddenly slashed the ticket prices. They had this midday magic thing where if you go afternoon, you get a steep discount on tickets, but there's a catch. And Orlando Weekly points it out very astutely. Disney World's new discount ticket deal keeps you out of the parks until they're absolutely packed.
That is not untrue.
That is true. So right now, a 4-day pass starting today can be bought for $77 per day rather than spending well over $100 for a full day. The problem is if you crawl into the parks afternoon, you're already looking at hour-plus lines for a lot of the attractions.
The flip side, though, I'm going to make an ultimate argument here, is that a lot of people come in later in the day, because a lot of people do this already, because they're going to stay until the park closes. And now, granted, in the fall, it does close early, but sometimes they do have extra magic hours that have it later. So a lot of people do come in late because they're just going to go until it closes. So, and in the evening, a lot of times it ends up being like morning hours. So it kind of can balance out if you're,
Yeah,
I'm just saying. But keep in mind that Magic Kingdom closes early on many nights because of the parties.
The parties, yeah. I mean, honestly, if it were me, and now we don't live in Florida, we go down to Florida a lot. But if it were me, I'd be like, hell, I'd just buy the pass and not even bother with the regular tickets, because you get the admission into the park and you get to ride. Pretty much everything's open. For $300, I'd be like, yeah, that's my quote unquote annual pass, and I'm getting the party, and I get free candy.
You get in at 4. You get in at 4, and it stays up until midnight. Yeah. So you're getting 8 hours.
Stop in after work every day and just
not every day. Only on the event.
It's like
nights.
every other day. Or
it's like 3 days a week or something. So stop in those 3 days a week. You get 4 to midnight, and you get to, like I said, you get to go get candy. So I mean, you probably could literally get like $300 worth of candy just by going those nights.
Actually, what you do,
take the candy for your trick-or-treaters.
You take the candy from the Halloween party. Okay, you get your $300 worth of candy, and then you give it away at Halloween. That's what you do. You let Disney bankroll your own trick or treat at
That's
your
right.
house.
And you got to have all the fun. So there
but
you go.
Florida, it's probably going to melt before you get out of the park. So you're going to have that sticky, nasty.
They give you a crap ton of candy.
They do
Watch
give
them
you
cut that now.
Oh my God, I'm waiting for that. Budget cuts. Everybody's getting sweet tarts this year and Dum Dums.
They usually give you like the good,
like the Hershey
good stuff.
chocolate,
the good stuff
that melts.
I think it's Mars this year.
Yeah,
back.
Mars.
Anyway, go ahead.
So yeah, they'll be like, oh, we're giving everybody Dum Dums this year, the cheap stuff. But yeah, this is a panic move. They're panicked. Disney's panicked. I mean, yeah, the attendance dipped, and they brought this up in Orlando Weekly. They said the deal comes weeks before Star Wars Galaxy's Edge on August 29th, a few weeks after the company announced the 3% attendance dip. They're freaking out because they're trying the opposite of what they did in Disneyland, which is jack the prices and block out dates. Now they're like, oh my God, we really have to get people here, so let's slash the ticket prices. Let's give them an unlimited Halloween pass. I mean, this
You
is...
have to buy the Halloween pass, but yeah,
Well, yeah,
it's
but
a really
still,
good deal. It really is.
For the cost of going twice to the not-so-scary Halloween party, you get to go as many times as you want
it's
to.
only good for locals, though. I mean, let's be honest here. Unless
only
you're,
good for
unless
locals.
you're there for like 3 weeks, you're staying at Disney. Some people do stay for
Who
2
the
or 3
hell stays at
People
Disney for
do.
3 weeks?
Unless you're staying for 2 or 3 weeks in
What?
the Orlando area, and you can go like 4 times, 5 times to the Halloween event. It's only gonna be locals who take advantage of this pass. If I lived in Orlando, you better believe I'd have my butt down there today buying this pass. I'm just saying.
This is all to pack the park so they can crow about Galaxy's Edge and Disney World being a huge hit.
Probably.
They're
gonna spin it.
They're
Yeah,
gonna spin it.
100%.
They're gonna be like, oh my God, the parks are so packed and they're all here for Star Wars. Mm-hmm. It has nothing to do with Star Wars.
That's exactly what they're gonna do.
Nothing at all to do with Star Wars. What's going on is they're looking at the hotel bookings and they're like, oh shit, nobody's coming. Nobody's coming.
They're not sold out or anything.
No,
like
they're doing, look, free dining during peak season, during the holidays. That doesn't happen. Ticket prices getting slashed. Just come in. We'll give you like a freaking 25% discount. Just come in sometime today and we'll give you a discount. And that's going to confuse the hell out of people because you know people are going to buy those tickets and they're going to be like, they're at 9 o'clock in the morning and wondering why they can't get in.
Yeah,
you know it.
I know it 100%.
And they're going to let them in anyway because they're like, well, we need more people
Poor
here.
cast members at the parks. I gotta tell you, I have all the credit in the world because I don't have the patience that they have because there always is people that there are people that show up that do exactly what you said, and then they're mad at the cast members, and they're like, "We're just doing our job. It's not our fault. You can't read." They are nicer than that.
They do not get paid enough.
They do not.
To put up with everybody's bullshit. Okay, so we have that, and now they're doing unlimited Halloween parties for one price. I'm like, this is.
I like that unlimited Halloween party. If I lived in Orlando, I'd be flipping buying that pass.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's a good deal. It's too good of a deal. I have never seen Disney in like full on panic
Since we've been watching.
We've been watching for a long time.
Years, but I'm saying, yeah.
We're talking in the last 5 or 6 years. We started we actually had a Disney podcast. We started 5 years ago, 6 years ago.
We were keeping track of everything several years before that. So
I've never seen anything like this.
I haven't either. Not in the last 10 years.
They used to do deals where it'd be like, kids stay for free or whatever.
I just want to take a moment to appreciate how adorable that is.
A skeleton costume for dogs.
Whatever comes in your size, Charles.
I don't know if it comes in Charlie's size, but yeah, I'm just floored. I'm just like, Disney is in full on panic mode. Because the parks are where they make up revenue, and part of it is Universal. So let's talk about what Universal's bringing this year.
Again, on piratesandprincesses.net, which is my website. So please visit.
That's Geeky's theme park specific.
Disney, Orlando
specific website.
Universal.
But they're bringing Ghostbusters. They're bringing Stranger Things, which was huge. I took Squid King last year. We waited 2 hours.
Yeah, it's Ghostbusters 1984, by the way.
1984.
It's the original Ghostbusters they're basing it on.
But they've got, Halloween Horror Nights is awesome, but they do the same thing down there. It's like $260. Universal is gonna kill it, and I think Disney needs to freak out. We were pricing trips last night. I was pricing trips. A family of 4 can go to Universal and get passes for like 4 or 5 days and stay at their new hotel for like $1,500.
Yeah, you have to pay for food and flights, but yeah.
Well, yeah, but still, compared to Disney, the same thing's $3,000-$4,000 easy.
Yeah, and this right here, this picture. Let me explain this to you. This new Halloween Marathon of Mayhem show is on their lagoon. That is a water projection show, so that is kind of like the equivalent of the Rivers of Light they do at Animal Kingdom. But
yeah, they
I'm
do
sure
one with the
awesome.
movie.
So they're projecting it onto the water. So that's a projection screen of water. So it's really cool. If you've never seen this, it's cool.
But Halloween Horror Nights is killing it. I mean, they're killing it. They got killer clowns, too. They run around chasing. They got guys with chainsaws. It's a lot of fun. When Nintendo comes, like Disney, you want to see a fire sale? And Disney's going to have all their new rides open. They're going to have this big party for the 50th anniversary party. And they're going to drop Nintendo. And they're going to be like, meh.
I'm waiting. I'm guaranteeing you, because is it this next weekend?
Next weekend is D23 Expo.
So we're going to see probably a lot of D23 announcements, and we're going to see a lot of Universal announcements, I'm betting. I'm sorry, I'll go back to the page for just 1 second. I just want to talk about one thing that has nothing to do with anything, but I like it.
Nothing to do with anything, but I like it.
Look at this treat, though. I want this. It is the Constance, for better or for worse cake. You don't have to click on it. You don't have to click on it.
I'm clicking on it.
It's a small picture and you need to click on it. But there it is. It is a little treat-sized wedding cake full of raspberry custard because it's red. And there's a little axe on top. Okay, come on. That is cool. I'm sorry. I'm just excited about that. I'd go just to get that. I want that.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Go ahead. Continue to back on topic. Sorry.
Well, I was just going to say, you can't go by yourself and then cut off some mom and her kid, because she'll write a nasty Facebook
well, only
post.
if I dress like a tramp, apparently, even if I'm not dressed like a tramp.
Yeah. So I don't know. This is really weird. Like I said, we've been watching Disney for years, and now
they're watching us.
Now they're watching us. No, this is full on panic. This is panic at the Disney.
I agree. I agree.
Panic at the Mickey Mouse Disco. That's what this is.
Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, it's only down 3%, but their projections must be pretty bad. So.
Yeah, well, that's it. That's last quarter. What I'm saying is this next quarter, going into December, going into January, they're looking at the bookings, because people do book months out, and they're probably like, holy shit, it's half empty. We better get people here. On
the flip side,
free food.
If you want to go and the parks and crowd attendance is down, now's the time to go.
Yeah. I guess that's the only thing I can tell you. If we lived in Orlando, I would do the $300 pass.
I would.
I'd do it. But yeah, it's very interesting. It's gonna be really interesting to see, what kind of spin comes out next week at D23, because they're gonna make it everything sunshine and rainbows. They will. And it's gonna be interesting to see as we get closer. Okay, when Galaxy's Edge launches at the end of the month, if they don't have the number of people there they think they should have, and they start having more fire sales, they are so screwed going into next fiscal year.
Yeah.
Because that means things are really, really bad. And I think a lot of people are going to hold off until they know for sure that other ride is going to be open.
Well, I have to wonder, if you're just happen to be in Orlando, if you're going to be walking along and somebody's like, hey, you want a free ticket to Disney? Galaxy's Edge is opening today. Or it's first week Galaxy's Edge. You want free Disney tickets for Hollywood Studios?
Psst, you want some free Disney tickets?
You want like a theater for a movie that's sold out but there's no one in it? Oh,
hey, like Captain Marvel?
I know. That's like, we can't fill again. So, hey, you guys want some free tickets?
You know what?
Want some tickets? Lots of giveaways for free tickets that day.
I'm serious. I'm thinking, if it gets to that point where it looks bad for them. I mean, again, I don't think Florida's going to be as dire as Disneyland when Galaxy's Edge opens. But if it's
I don't think it's going to be as bad as Disneyland.
If it's still not quite what they were expecting, they're gonna have a freaking, they're gonna have fire sales. They're gonna throw everything. They're gonna do all kinds of PR. They did PR things in Disneyland. They had entire classes. They're like, look, we brought an entire school to Disneyland for the very first time. Here's our experience.
Oh, they did Boys and Girls Club. They've already done that. They've already done that for Disney World. They're already promoting that. They've already had underprivileged children go to Disneyland. Now they're doing it at Disney. They've already done it at Disney World already and have the promo out and they used it to promote.
Well, good for the kids that get to go, but I mean, they're not going to let this.
Every other week it's a different celebrities at one of them.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, here they are with, you know, come like they are, and you know, so
yeah. So I don't know. We're gonna watch it. I'm gonna be really curious
that's my
to see.
job, so of course I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be really curious to see how things go in Disney World. I do expect it to be busier than Disneyland. People are like, "There's no way it's gonna fail in Disney World." I actually agree. I think just because it's another ride. The problem is, are they gonna have enough people in Disney World this fall to make the suits happy? Because when they're slashing prices like they are, that's not a good sign.
I'll tell you what though. It might make the customers happy though, because every time we've been going in the last couple of years, it has been so ridiculously crowded that it was almost not fun. And I've talked to so many people who have said that when they went, like I told you before the other day,
first trip, and
and they didn't get to do anything because it was so bad they couldn't do anything. And then I talked to some lady today, and she actually lives only a half an hour away from the parks, but she rarely takes her kids and her family to the parks because every time she goes, it's too busy and she can't do anything, and it's such a hard time for her to get through that she just doesn't go because she's like, I live right there, but I don't go because and she goes, I love Universal. She told me, she goes, I love Universal. I go to Universal all the time. I love it. But we don't go to Disney. They like Disney. They love Haunted Mansion, so heart to them. Yeah. But she's like, because Haunted Mansion is my favorite. But she's like, we don't go because it's so hard and it's so crowded and we have to wait so long. But she goes, but I love Universal.
Oh, Universal was great. We went to Halloween Horror Nights, and you know, if you want to ride too, it was great because like everybody's in the houses, so all the rides are a walk on.
Yeah.
Like we rode Transformers like 3 times. We're just like, get off, get right back on. We had to dodge the killer clowns. But we did get to ride Transformers like 3 times.
And now I would say that the unlimited pass is really good if you're going to be around Orlando for a little while for Halloween Horror Nights.
If you're there for a week or two, then it's probably worth it.
It's definitely worth it for Halloween Horror Nights because even if you get the what do they call that? The Express Pass. What's it called?
The Express Pass.
Express Pass. Yeah. I don't think you're going to see as much there. It's really busy. I think you're better off to buy the big pass and go several times, and you'll get to see the houses.
Well, they got Ghostbusters, they got Stranger Things, they got it's 80s theme this year for Universal, and I'm all about it. But yeah, this just blows my mind. Like look, we've been watching this for a while, and we're not trying to be all like doom and gloom, but Disney having fire sales like this many, is not a good sign. It means that they are worried. But again, it might be that just they're so big now that those parks need to be filled to capacity every damn day because
someone has to pay for their Fox buyout.
Something has to pay for Fox. Something
everything else isn't doing it.
Yeah, they got to pay for Fox. They got to pay for Disney Plus. This is why we talked before about how Disney's disappointed in movies that don't break $1 billion because they got a lot of mouths to feed.
I was gonna say they have to pay back all the money they spent to break $1 billion, all the tickets they bought to break $1 billion. Any of the
gotta pay back that loan that we took out for Carol. No, I don't know. It's nuts. This is not a very good year, I don't think, for Disney, and I think this is gonna be a make or break year for Disney.
Well, it is interesting. I know we're going to do another video about the breaking the $1 billion movies.
Yeah.
But it is interesting. If the movies are paying for everything and they're breaking all these records, they had 5 break $1 billion, why are they having panic about the parks? Because the parks carry everything, even if the movies on the books perform well. Because I think I would love to see those books because I'm sure there were some
juggling.
theaters full that weren't full kind of things. So.
There could be. I mean, I don't know. I do know that Disney is so big now that the margins have to be there. Like they cannot afford to go small anymore. And it used to be back when they just had the theme parks to worry about and their own studio. Just we make cartoons and we have theme parks. Yep. And it was easier. Now it's like we got theme parks that bankroll the multi-cajillion-dollar movie business, and our streaming service, and our TV networks, and our all this other stuff. So they have so many more mouths to feed, and they're chopping heads. And I think we're going to see stuff that maybe doesn't make sense, like Marvel Comics, get gone soon because they're really pinching some pennies. Mm-hmm. And what's going to be interesting to see, end of fiscal year, beginning of October. You're going to see some restructuring if things don't work out this year.
Yeah, that's what we're watching for because it ends the end of September. So when we're going to see changes, it's going to be then. So yeah, it is going to be interesting.
Price hikes, people getting fired. You're going to see maybe some closures of some attractions or some stuff going seasonal. You're going to see entire company divisions like Marvel Comics possibly getting gone that
Or
don't make
down-
sense,
or, you know,
downgraded.
A lot. Just like, well, stay tuned to this
Stay
YouTube
tuned
channel
here.
and to piratesandprincesses.net, because when any of this stuff happens, we will be covering it.
We'll be the first to tell you. We're gonna be grabbing our bucket of Mickey popcorn, and we'll be telling you.
Some of their cool popcorn buckets are awesome, and I do love them.
That's true.
I mean, I still love their popcorn buckets. They have Hitchhiking Ghost ones this year. There's one that's a popcorn bucket, one that's a snack bucket, and one that's a sippy cup. And I'm like, damn it! They're right here. They're at the bottom. I'll show you. Let me have it.
Wait.
Look how awesome these are. And I want them. So hold on, let me show you. Right here. Look.
Okay, those are pretty cool.
And they light up.
Those are pretty cool. The drink with the worms, not so much. I can't do drinks with worms.
That's the problem.
So yeah, that's the problem. They keep making cool stuff that Geeky wants. We keep giving them our money, and they stay in business.
But I usually get it at a discount. So
okay, so we're gonna wrap this one up. We're gonna watch this. You're gonna see more signs that the veneer is cracking. I think as Disney buckles a little bit because they're spending too much money. Their debt ratio is very, very high. Yeah. We'll talk about that in another video. So
this one went longer than we thought.
It did.
It usually does, because we go on about Disney for days, good and bad. Because
that's all we did this month is talk about Disney.
But that's what we've done for years.
Yeah, but it was all anime before, and now we got like these things. Now the Disney stuff.
Oh, we have some plans. We're gonna be covering a lot of cool stuff coming up soon. Neon's got some really good ideas and some exciting things coming. So
I have good ideas.
Yeah, for what we have coming.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna have some different things coming. That's not all just complaining.
Yeah, we're not just gonna complain. We're gonna branch out about different.
We got some cool stuff though. It's cool. Stuff You're gonna like it.
I got
cool.
some. Yeah, I got tricks. That's trust me. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah. So.
Okay. So thank you for the vote of confidence. We're gonna wrap this one up. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, rants, and more exciting stuff here on Clownfish TV.
That's right. We'll talk to you later.
Bye. Hey guys, thanks for watching Clownfish TV. Please consider supporting the channel. Go to clownfishsupport.com. That's clownfishsupport.com. And if you want to join our community, go to clownfishtalk.com. That's clownfishtalk.com. Please subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. We will talk to you next time.